Hello and welcome back to the Blue Podcast Network. This is The Green Show, the home of the EFL on the Blue Podcast Network. I'm your host Matthew and I'm here with Kean and Reese. How are you guys doing?
Good, thank you. Yeah,
good. Been a while since it's been on green. But
I mean, it's been a while since green.
That's actually
to be honest.
It's only been a week off.
Yeah, a long time.
It feels like a long time.
But we'll get straight into the footballing action and we'll talk about Southampton first because Tonda Eckert has them absolutely flying and he's become the first Southampton manager since the Second World War to win his first 4 games in charge. Surely he gets the job permanently.
This is awkward for me, isn't it?
Why?
What did I say last on Green Show about Southampton?
Oh, you
I said their season was over.
They're only like 3 points off the playoffs.
Yeah.
This is awkward. I apologise for that. I thought their season was over, but now they're already proving me wrong.
I did also say that I thought their season was not over, so...
But at the time, they were like, 6 points off?
Yeah.
Your season's not over, you're 6 points off.
Well, I just didn't see them getting any better.
I did, because Will Still did so terribly for them. Like, he was such a bad manager. They had a good squad. All they needed was to get someone in who could get the most out of that playing squad, I think.
I just thought, because I've always rated Will Still. I said it when he got appointed. I thought he was a really good manager at that level.
Well, everyone thought it.
Yeah, that's why I thought they're not going to do that well, because I thought if Will Still can't get a tune out of them, who else will? But obviously, whatever his name is, has got a tune out of them.
No, they've also developed the habit of scoring a lot of goals in very quick succession, I feel like, because they scored 4 goals in about 8 minutes at Charlton and 2 goals in 5 minutes against us.
Yeah.
That Charlton game was mental. For a side that have actually had a decent season in Charlton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've watched Charlton a lot this year. I'm guessing you were shocked when you saw...
Yeah,
were you there?
No, I was watching the first half at home. That was just mental.
Yeah.
Just
We'll be getting on to Charlton
we're talking about them later, but yeah. But whether this new manager, I don't know if this is just like a new manager bounce sort of thing, and this thing will kind of
But
just
he's
fade
not
out
their manager
eventually.
yet. He's still on the interim.
But okay, I guess if they do give him the job permanently, will that be a case further down the line where this is just a new manager bounce, purple patch sort of thing?
He seems very clever. That's what I will give him. It's like when you listen to him talk about the game last night, he had a reason for every decision he made, which sometimes I feel like managers panic and make decisions, whereas everything he did, he was like, well, I did this to react to this change. He said he played certain players to react to how we play. Like,
Did you enjoy the game last night, Matt?
I did not. No, I did not, funnily enough. As soon as you brought us up, I'll get on to us because we're next to talk about, because it was an up and down week for us. We were obviously one of the teams that lost to Southampton, but we did beat Stoke on Saturday to claim our first home win since August.
Oh, wow. August?
Since August.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Would you say for Leicester the cracks are being papered over, or is Marty, a good manager?
I don't think he's a great manager at all.
Neither.
I don't think he should be there. But I don't know. That's the thing with the squad. He just isn't good enough. I just think that I think Leicester have come down. Maybe that squad isn't as good as what it should be.
Yeah, I think the squad is definitely an issue, and there's a lot of players in it that think they're better than they are.
Yeah.
Wout Fast, notably, is definitely one that thinks he's better than he is. It's the obvious example to use. I mean, last night, once again, he was just beaten completely by any move Southampton had. He couldn't defend set pieces either. It's a very odd week for Leicester fans because Stoke felt like a big turning point with Mavididi and Daka both scoring their first goals of the season. We thought maybe they'll come good now, maybe they'll go on a bit of a run and start scoring goals regularly, and then it goes back to just being absolutely terrible 2 days later.
Well, Marty Cifuentes is one again that I really like. I really liked him at QPR, and I agree with Reese in some extent. I think it is the squad more than the manager, because realistically, if you were to sack Cifuentes, who else is out there? I know you said Russell Martin.
No, I wouldn't want Russell Martin, to be clear, but you asked who gets more out of the squad. I think in the Championship he would. I don't want him. I would absolutely detest to have him.
I wouldn't be like sacking. If I'm Leicester board, I'm not sacking Cifuentes yet. If you maybe lose I don't know, 2 or 3 more games in a row, that's when I think question marks should be raised.
The one thing I'd say is I've never seen a manager sit back and try and time waste when you're 3-0 down. I know we had a red card, But surely, if
But is that on the manager or is that?
Yeah,
on...
he said after the game, we just try to sit back and not make it get any worse. But surely, right, if you're 3-0 down in a game like that, you're just thinking, right, well, we'll go out there, we'll try and score a goal and get ourselves into the game. If we end up conceding another, fine, we've lost anyway. Like, I hate that kind of mentality of we're just going to sit back and protect the 3-0 loss, because what's the point?
But also, he wasn't exactly backed in the summer, was he?
He had quite a few signings.
Yeah, but it's not like there was loads of money spent, was there?
We don't have any money.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If it was me, I would be giving Cifuentes a bit more time.
I'm not saying he has to go now, but that game did make me question him a lot, especially the way he handled the second half. But yeah, the Stoke game felt, when I look back on it, it was kind of papering over the cracks. We were lucky to win that game, and I think that's what this whole season has been so far, is just, papering over cracks everywhere.
Yeah.
But we'll move on. We'll talk about Stoke now, because as previously mentioned, they've lost and won this week. A decent couple of results when you consider that they sit second in the table still, on the same points as Borough in third, but with a better goal difference. How far do you reckon Mark Robbins can take Stoke up the table?
I'm surprised they're still. I thought they would have dropped.
So am I.
Everyone thought they would
now.
But yeah, Mark Robbins is doing an amazing job. Obviously, he was at Coventry previously and he did wonders there, and he's doing the exact same here at Stoke as well. I think they can continue if they've gone this far so far. But I guess at the moment, we're getting to a point in the season where there's a lot of games. And I think over these next month or so, we're going to see how good Stoke really are, especially with their squad depth.
I think the month coming up is make or break for a lot of teams now.
100%.
Do you see both of Sorba Thomas's goals last night?
Oh, yeah, the cross one was really odd.
No, he scored 2 of them.
Were there two?
Yeah, they're both from crosses.
I didn't know that. Yeah, because I saw one of them which was from miles out, and it was
Kaminsky probably should have done a lot better with the third.
Yeah.
The first, he probably should have done better with the first, but I can understand that to some extent. But no, Stoke looking very good. Going attacking wise, Million Man Hoof, Sorba Thomas, then you got, is it Mwamba on loan from City? Mubama, that's it. They're just flying.
They're a very robust squad in terms of they're very physical. They're very pushy. You can see why they're a great championship team.
And it's like the other week they kept Coventry out until the 85th minute.
Oh yeah, they did very well against them.
From Mason Clark scored an overhead kick. So I think that just shows the quality Stoke have, and for someone who said they're going to be in a relegation battle this year, I think they're going to be. I think they'll be top 6 come end of the season.
Well, I've kind of grouped these 4 teams together because they all played each other at some point this week. So the next team we'll talk about is Charlton, because it's been a dismal week for Nathan Jones. First losing 5-1 to his former club Southampton, and then backing up with that 3-0 loss last night away at Stoke.
Another former club.
They've got Coventry away on the weekend. So when are they going to get back to winning ways? Because that is a very tough game.
I'll let you go on this, Reece.
I felt like when Charlton came up, was it 2020? I think when they came up into the Championship, they had a really good start, and then they just...
Yeah, they did.
And they had the drop-off, and then they went down. So I'm a little bit worried if it's going to be the same situation again. But
I think they're fine for the drop. They won't get...
I think they're fine. I think they've got quite a few injury problems at the minute. So in terms of squad rotation, there's a little bit of trouble there. But I think if you were told a Charlton fan at this point in the season they'll be 14th and they would be where they are, I think they would have took it.
Yeah.
So if you look at it in that way, they've done pretty well. It's just the fact that they were in the kind of the player positions earlier on in the season. So, yeah.
I don't think that was ever really attainable for Charlton.
No. So in a way, I guess you can kind of say they've overachieved a little bit this season from their expectations, because quite a few people had them to go down or in and around that position to go down. So, yeah, I just think also with that squad as well, maybe a few of those players are a little bit... I think Charlton, for me, I think they came up probably a year too early, so some of those players are still adjusting to the Championship. Tyrese Campbell, I think he's still young, still learning the league. Lee Byrne as well. So I think that squad has got a lot of learning still to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, Coventry next, it's not going to be easy, is it? So
no, I mean, I doubt they're going to win. We'll briefly touch on them, seeing as we're talking about them now. Another 2 wins for them. I mean, they're flying 10 points clear. Anything to say on them, or just...
Like I said, they're going to break the goal record. Like it's ridiculous. I mean, I know West Brom had 10 men when they won the other day, but to come from 2-0 down to win 3-2, it really shows like their mentality and
I mean, it's kind of the opposite of what we're seeing at Leicester at the minute.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally like, you know, they're fighting the whole time.
'Cause I don't know how many goals Coventry are on at the minute, but I think the closest team to them is a League 2 or League 1 team, and they're like 15, 16 goals difference in terms of goals scored.
I will say as well, as much as I hate to say this, pretty much every team that's had as many points as they have at the moment has gone on to be promoted at the end of the season. Like, I don't know how many games we've played now. I think it's like 15. So I think after 15 games, any team that's had like 37 points has finished either first or second, other than QPR, who finished 20th and won 2 games after that.
Also, Jack Rudoni's back.
Yeah.
Which is, it's going to make them even more fierce, and yeah, they're just ridiculous. They had a little bit of a blip last night when they bottled 2-0 lead, but then Sims and Liam Kitchen getting a brace from centre off. Fair
crazy.
play. Just again shows their mentality, doesn't it?
Yeah. Before we move on to the next team, I will also briefly mention Birmingham. They've unveiled their plans for a new stadium. What are your guys' thoughts on the proposed design?
Who's going first?
I don't see how they sell up the whole stadium. It's got 62,000, but they're not the biggest side in Birmingham, so I don't see how they sell it out.
They won't like you saying that, Reece.
I'm just being honest. Like, Villa are a bigger club than them. I don't see how they sell it out, but it's got the chimney stuff. I don't like the look of the stadium from the outside. It looks a bit weird.
Yeah, the outside I think is ridiculous. Yeah. It's horrible.
I get why they've done it.
I like how there is a little bit of character to it, but there's certain ways in which you can do that. The inside is not awful. It looks identical to Everton.
I said that.
Looks identical to Everton.
Yeah.
But they are not selling out 62,000 seats.
I think
the only way they sell out 62,000 seats is if they go up to Prem and Tourists.
That must be the aim. The aim for them, they must be thinking, right, we've got to get to the Premier League in the next few years.
It's a bit over ambitious, I think, because if you look at what Wrexham are doing at the racecourse, they're developing one stand at a time so that, you know, maybe every season they get 5,000 more capacity, which is a realistic way to build up. Going from 30,000 at St Andrews to however many this new stadium is going to be, 62,000. It's just a bit too big of a jump, I think. And fair play if they fill it, but I really don't think they will.
I don't get how their fans are so behind it. If it's me, I don't care what a new stadium looks like. I want to stay in the stadium I've been growing up watching my team in. I'd rather have the City Ground. I'd rather have Villa Park. I'd rather have those older iconic stadiums than a bowl. They're saying it's not a bowl. It is, though, because it's filled in every corner. I think it just looks stupid. And 62,000, it's for NFL and stuff, but it's ridiculous. I personally don't think it'll happen in the end.
It's more than Spurs. It's more than
Arsenal,
Anfield. It's more than Anfield. Like,
it's ridiculous.
I guess I think it's over ambition.
If it's me, I would not want to move. I would want to stay in the ground where you've been watching your team in for years. I don't get how they're so behind it.
Well, let's move on before you have more of a tantrum, because Ipswich have had a superb turnaround. They're now up to 4th, and with a game in hand, could go up to 2nd place should they win it. 6 games unbeaten. Who is going to stop them from getting autos?
Themselves.
You think?
I know you said they're 6 unbeaten, but they are still drawing a lot of games. Obviously, they drew to, was it Wrexham at the weekend?
Yeah, but Wrexham have been very good in terms of getting results against top teams.
I think, like I keep saying, their inconsistency in terms of not being able to build a winning run is the thing that's hampering them, if anything. Because there's so many games where they've dropped points in, which realistically they should be winning, and they would be in the automatics by now. But they're still very close to the automatics. Marcilio Nunes is having a great season.
Yeah, I mean, he always was going to. I think we're now seeing how big of a loss that is for Norwich.
Yeah, really key player. They will be up there.
I think out of all the relegated teams, they're the ones that I'm pretty certain are going back up.
Yeah, cause I think I said at the start of the season, they've got the best squad out of the 3.
Southampton are going to be very patchy the rest of the season, I reckon. I think they'll go on some parts of the season, they'll win 10 games in a row. Other parts, they'll go on 5-game losing runs. Yeah. I think Southampton are one of those teams. We're inconsistent as well, and I don't think we're good enough anyway. So I think Ipswich are the ones you look at, and they're probably going back up. But a team for me that's going slightly under the radar is Watford at the moment. They're in great form, unbeaten now in 5 matches. They won their first away game in I think nearly a year against Derby, coming from 2-0 down as well, and showing the quality of some of the players that arrived in this summer. Where do you think Watford could, aim to finish this year with the form they're in?
I'll let you go on this, Reece.
No, all I know is that I think the last time I looked at the table, like 3-4. When I was last on green, I think they were 12th, and they're still 12th. So consistency is key there for Watford. But I think coming into the season, I think there was with Watford there was a little bit of not too sure where they would be because the quality in that squad isn't there as what it used to be. But yeah, I don't know.
I do think they have one of the best midfielders in the league in Imran Loser.
Yeah.
He is
very good.
I remember when he was in the Premier League. I was surprised.
He was solid in the Prem, wasn't
no
he?
one picked him up.
Yeah, he's really showing his quality. I don't know how old he is now. I feel like he's on the older side of 20, but I might be wrong. If I feel like teams will come calling for him in January.
I don't think he'll go in January though. I think he'll go in the summer.
I think he'll stay this season. He's a big part to what Watford have been doing lately. Grassi is doing a great job since he's come in. They're difficult to beat.
Yeah.
That's what it is now.
That's what you've got to be really in the Championship. We've got a lot to talk about, so I'm going to move us on. Because Sheffield United turned the City red with a 3-0 win over local neighbours Sheffield Wednesday in a dominant display. They've got a hard run coming up, but if they come through it, the Blades will look good for a push up the table. Now, the question I wanted to ask you is, did you see the proposal from the
Yes.
United owners?
Oh my God.
I thought this was absolutely crazy.
I don't think there's anything worse like you can physically do.
I mean, it would be like Liverpool and Everton merging.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Obviously Sheffield Wednesday are in such a bad position at the minute, and they wouldn't even take that. They wouldn't even think about it, would they?
Yeah. What would even? I'm trying to think what would even happen then. Like, would it just become Sheffield City FC or
whose
something?
stadium would they play in?
It's probably the American thing of we'll make Sheffield like this big city of football and whatever. We'll make it the best. But like, it's you've got an American owner there at Sheffield United that has no clue about football and is thinking
not what football's about, is it?
No, exactly. He's just thinking business wise, and that sort of person who's in charge of a football club should be nowhere near football at all. Because if that's your mentality, then God knows what you're going to do with the football club.
Yeah. Well, going back a bit to the game, it was a very disappointing performance for Sheffield Wednesday. I think we're kind of seeing now how much the players are just fatigued after that early part of the season because there just isn't enough players for rotation.
I mean, they did bring in, was it Liam Cooper, former lead centre-half?
Yeah.
They've been given permission to sign another free agent. Not sure who it's going to be yet. But tell you what, Tyrese Campbell loves scoring against these lot.
He does.
He does very well against Sheffield Wednesday. He scored in Derby last year at Bramall Lane. Yeah. Really, I think he in such a dismal season so far for Sheffield United, he's been probably their shining light.
Yeah, well, they've got us up next on Saturday, so that's an easy win at our place. It'd be an easy win for them. We've got 3 more teams to talk about in the Championship. One of them is the Canaries because they've appointed Philippe Clement as their new boss and finally picked up their first home point of the season. It looked like it would be a win, but Oxford United equalised through Krastev in the 95th minute. Does Clement have what it takes to keep Norwich up or not?
I'm not sure. I was looking at the Norwich squad earlier, and there's no rule. They need the January transfer window to come around because the quality in that squad doesn't look
got Sargent.
You got Sargent, but apart from that,
it's finding a way to get him firing.
Yeah,
again.
exactly. So I think January's going to be massive for
They do
Norwich.
have some good players. I mean, Harry Darling was very good for Swansea last year. You've got, I think it's Matthias Kvistgaarden. He's really good.
I just can't imagine Norwich in League One.
No, neither can I.
No,
They're
I just can't think of it. I've always known them as like a yo-yo club in the Premier League and Championship.
Soon they can yo-yo into League One and Championship.
I think Clement could do alright. I think he did what he could at Rangers considering the circumstances. I know some Rangers fans don't rate him, but I think in the circumstances he had... I thought in the circumstances he did a decent job there. I think it's a solid appointment. I think he speaks very well, but if he can perform that on the pitch, I know obviously not winning last night was a shame because they were 1-0 up late on, but a point in the right direction you could say. I get it because it's Oxford. They want to beat their relegation rivals, but no, I think Clement will do a solid job.
Yeah. Well, Despite losing to Watford on the weekend, it's been an incredible run for Eustace's Derby. They've won 6 of the last 8 games and have climbed up to 7th in the table. Are they the dark horses this season? And can they sneak into the playoffs?
No.
I think they can.
No.
They could. It's who they got? Is it Colton Morris they've got?
Colton Morris.
He has just picked up an injury.
He's not. It's not serious.
Is it not?
It's not serious.
But I think for him, if you can keep him scoring, I think they could definitely be up there. I don't know. I don't know. I think they're on a good form at the moment. I don't know whether they'll drop off a little bit or not.
Thing is, I hated that Colton Morris went to Derby. Obviously, as a Forest fan, I absolutely despise them. I really liked Colton Morris. When he was at Barnsley, he was doing really well under Valérien Ismaël.
Yeah.
Then he went to Luton, did really well at Luton. Even in Prem, I thought he was solid. But then he went to Derby, and I'm like, why did you have to go there? I really like him as a player. And he's just gone to them lot.
It does absolutely panic me that there's a world where next season Leicester in the Championship and Forest, Coventry and Derby are all in the Premier League.
Oh dear.
I think that would probably be it for me as a football fan. I think I'd call it quits.
I don't know if I'd want Derby in the Prem. I kind of miss the derbies, but also don't miss how you feel going into them.
Yeah.
Like the nerves. I don't miss that. I mean, I had it at the weekend, but yeah. I don't think they'll get top 6. I just think their squad is aging. It's a very old squad, and I think fatigue will play into that.
Fair enough. Well, we'll move on to League One now. Because Stevenage have climbed back to the top of League One ahead of the Bluebirds by 1 point. They beat Peterborough last night and look to be one of the favourites for the title. Do you think anyone can beat them to it?
I still think Cardiff will win it.
You still think?
I just think there's so much more quality in that Cardiff squad. No, not so much more, but can you see where I'm getting from? It's more, more experience, most of them played in Championship. I think
they've got some star players, that Cardiff team.
Yeah, and Stevenage, no one expected them to be where they are, and they're doing well to ride out at the minute. It's not anything to do with luck. They've just been very good. Obviously getting a win last night, now top of the league.
Yeah, so I kind of agree. I think Cardiff at some point, surely their quality will come through at some point. I think they've been good this season, but just odd losses here and there.
Yeah.
So I think if they can kind of sort that out, I think they will be good. Yeah.
Well, speaking of teams doing well at the moment, Peterborough are one of the most informed teams in the 92, despite their loss to Stevenage. Since Luke Williams took over, that is the first game they've lost, and they've flown out of bottom spot and now just sit 1 point from safety. Can they manage to get safety despite the start they had?
I mean, I really like Luke Williams.
Didn't he work on an airport when he left Swansea or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's that one, yeah.
Cause obviously I know him a lot from his Notts County days. I thought he was unlucky at Swansea, to be honest. I thought he did an okay job there. But no, doing a great job at Peterborough. He seems to like the East Midlands.
Yeah.
With Notts County and Posh. I think we all knew Peterborough would get out of this kind of rut at some point because that squad is too good to go down for me. They'll end up getting Darren Ferguson back at some point.
Yeah.
Like, that's a given. But no, it's getting better. And like you said, one of the form teams in the 92. Yeah, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on to another team beginning with P, because Plymouth have had a terrible run at the moment. However, they did end a 6-game run of losses with a win away at Port Vale on the weekend to climb out of bottom spot. The expectations were so high this season. Could they be relegated again?
I'm still surprised Clevery's in charge, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought he might not be anymore.
I forgot he was in charge, yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking at the moment and why they've not got rid of him.
I think we both said they won't get top 6.
I
know I said they wouldn't get top 6.
I said they would.
I can't remember. But, yeah, for them to go down again, it's like... Yeah, that'd be crazy.
You got to remember they were League 2 side in 2017. I want to say. I might be completely wrong there.
But you just think that the quality of that side, they should stay up. It's just I just don't think
it's very toxic at Plymouth at the minute. It's extremely toxic, especially with the fans. You just have to look at Pieface's videos to see how toxic it actually is. But yeah.
I think they will find a way to avoid it, though.
Do you think?
I think in January they spend big.
I think the fact that it's 4 teams that could go down, I think that they might be one of them for me.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't think Clevery's doing a good job at all.
I think he'll go by the end of the season, no. But we've got one more League One team to talk about before we get on to League Two, which is Bradford, who sit in third place despite being winless in the league since the 27th of September. It's been a dismal run for the newly promoted club. How far do you reckon they could fall down the table if they keep this form up?
They can go right down if they don't win a game.
Well, where are they now?
Well, they're still in third, but they've not won in like a month now.
What's everyone else done behind them? Like to not
Just
if they've not won since the end of
they
September,
were
that's
top
mad.
at one point, and I think it's just like all the teams around them keep drawing. So
that's good. Yeah, that'll catch up with them at some point.
Thing is,
That definitely will.
No matter what happens, I think it's still a good season for Bradford. Like going up from League Two and then you starting third in League One is still, well, that in itself is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even if they finish top half, that's still a great season for me if I'm a Bradford fan. But the fact they've been third when we're going into December, there will be a sense of disappointment if they don't get at least top six.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll move on to League Two now, and we're going to talk a bit about Bromley, because they've now climbed up to third, exceeding all expectations so far this year. They've won 4 of the last 5 league matches and are loving life in League Two. Do you think they've got a good chance for promotion this year?
Yeah, I think that's when I've brought up Bromley before. As long as someone like Michael Cheek is scoring goals, they'll be good. As well, in the last recent games, they haven't really conceded too many. They're scoring enough goals. But things with League Two, it's such a difficult league to kind of get out of with so many teams involved in the promotions going up. But yeah, they're looking good at the moment. They went through like a really poor spell at one point where they didn't win in 5 games, and they've kind of sorted that out now where they were conceding quite a few. But I think they've seemed to have sorted it out now, which is really good. I hope to see him go. I hope to see him go up, because yeah, they're a good club, and yeah.
I think you summed it up perfectly there.
Yeah,
to be fair,
there we go.
We'll get on to what I think is probably the story of the week in League Two, because I think it's just baffling. Newport County have appointed Premier League winner Christian Fuchs as their new manager after their dreadful start to the season.
Coaching?
I'll get on to that in a minute. They sit bottom of League Two still, obviously, and seemingly a National League bound. Can he, help them in this bad run of form, get them climbing the table a bit?
I mean, did they put out a weird statement when he got appointed?
No, it wasn't AI. They actually wrote it themselves. This
I
time.
still can't believe those match reports. What was it? Walsall,
terrible.
the spaghetti something, wasn't it?
Spaghetti Junction they were talking about, yeah.
I think it was AI, wasn't it? It was
I must have been.
Like,
But
that was ridiculous.
I just don't get this. I mean, firstly, it makes me feel old, the fact that
Fuchs
one of
is
the Premier League winners in our squad is already managing someone. But
Yeah.
he's done a bit of managing alongside Dean Smith at Charlotte
in America,
FC.
yeah.
Dean Smith is in MLS.
Yeah, he's in MLS.
wow.
At Charlotte.
I completely forgot about him.
But other than that, he learnt a bit off Brendan Rodgers, but like really, why? How is that enough experience
Considering
to
they're
qualify you
bottom
for
of the
this?
league
Yeah,
as
the
well.
risk to
I
take
think
that
it's
as well.
as much as I love Christian Fuchs, and I would love for him to do well.
It's only going to
What
go one
are they
way.
doing?
Yeah,
It's only going to go one way. Newport are going to go down. The fact that they're getting AI to write their match reports is ridiculous.
We don't know that for certain. So we
Well,
can't
no,
say
it was
that.
Alleged.
someone put it into like those AI checkers.
Oh, right.
Someone put it into that, and it was 100%. Yeah, you're denying someone off a job there. I think any of us would like to
take
do
it, I'll do
that.
it.
I'll do
Yeah.
match reports on
Especially
Newport.
alongside Fuchsy. I'll interview him every week.
But yeah, I think it's only going to go one way for them, unfortunately, and they're
Yeah.
going to go down.
Well, we'll talk about the last team that we've got to talk about, which is Harrogate, the other team in the relegation zone, who have floated near the bottom of League Two for a number of seasons now. Their last league win was on the 27th of September, and things don't show any signs of improving soon. Will they avoid the drop or not?
Well, I need to actually have a look at the bottom of League Two. I've not really seen it for a while. I just don't know. Obviously, my League Two knowledge is extremely limited, but yeah, they will be down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, should we get on to the quiz then?
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
I reckon
I
I'm
think
losing
I've written
this
some
week.
interesting questions this week.
Let's get
Oh,
back to
you
the way it goes.
change it up a little bit.
A couple of them are a bit different.
Okay.
What team in the Championship is currently the only one to have a 0 goal difference?
Watford,
No.
QPR.
No.
Preston,
No.
Millwall.
No.
Luton.
Preston.
No.
I said,
Yeah, he said Preston.
West
Oh,
Brom.
sorry.
No.
Leicester.
It is Leicester.
Oh, wow.
They are the only team
Wow.
at the moment to have a 0 goal difference,
There we go.
neither negative or positive.
Big knowledge there. Big knowledge.
Who sits 16th in the Championship?
Blackburn.
Wrexham.
No.
West Brom, they're not
No. It's a team that I didn't think were this far down, but they are.
Charlton are 14th.
Yeah.
Southampton.
No, they're 11th now.
Oh, okay.
Can't even think of teams that... no, Birmingham's not.
No, they're quite high up.
Oxford.
No.
Portsmouth.
No, they're too far
Derby.
down. No, Derby is 7th.
Oh, this is really bad on me.
It is a London team, I'll give you that.
QPR.
Yes, it is QPR.
Oh.
Yeah, QPR. Who did Luton beat 2-1 last night?
Oh, it's,
I know it. I do know it.
They lost to Barnsley.
Do you want to say it
Um,
Huddersfield.
yeah,
It's
There we go.
Huddersfield.
Yeah,
2-1
There we
now.
go.
I knew
Who
there was
is-
someone blue.
Who is bottom of League One?
Cambridge?
No.
No, they're not League One, are they? Not Burton, is it?
No, they're 14th.
Northampton?
No.
No, it's
Plymouth?
No.
we spoke about
Plymouth were
we,
bottom.
No,
Plymouth were bottom.
They're 23rd.
Who did they play?
Oh.
One of the newly promoted teams.
I know.
Port Vale.
Yeah.
Correct.
There we go.
Well, 2-2. So it all
You might
comes
beat me.
down
I told
to
you
this.
you win.
Now there is a rule on this question, right?
So
Which
good
is
on
to
that
stop, Ethan style
Oh, yeah,
answers. You can only give one answer at a time. So think about it carefully. How many points are Warsaw on at the top of League 2?
42.
No.
35.
No.
This is going to be impossible. Go on.
After your next guess, I'll give you both a hint.
Right, 40.
No.
36.
No. Your first guess was 35, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's the closest answer yet.
Oh, sorry. Okay, cool.
Right, 33.
No.
32.
Correct.
Oh,
Yes,
no, I've
come
lost.
Oh my
on.
god!
The unbeaten
Reece
run.
has finally
The
won a quiz.
unbeaten
No
run is
way!
over.
Well, it's one of my proudest
The
moments of my
unbeaten
life.
run is over.
What do you want to say to Kian after that? That is unbelievable stuff.
No, just a GG.
You can tell
GG.
we've not done Green Show for a week. I need to get back into the
Yeah,
You do,
It's
you
finding
do.
excuses out now.
Get your knowledge back on
The
track.
unbeaten run's over.
And that is going to be where we end this week's episode of The Green Show. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you're new around here. Leave a like if you did enjoy. And we'll see you in the next one.